the Voicemail Dump Truck. Welcome aboard on this Thursday, August 8th, 2024. I hope you are looking fine and doing well in no particular order. My name is Jeffrey Bacalar. This is a podcast about our feelings, our dump trucks, and our voicemails. Joining us on the trip today, Dan Reichert.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful news. Nikki Grayson joining the dump. How are you, Nikki?
I'm doing great. Watching the Olympics.
I have seen some of that as well. Let's talk about it in a minute, right after we say hello, how are you, and good evening to Jan Ochoa.
Honk, honk.
I agree. The Olympics. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Obviously, everyone is still talking about the opening ceremonies. Not just about how gay it was, but how amazing that Gojira fucking destroyed the planet for like an hour.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Gojira for just a second?
Sure.
Are we all in agreement that that was one of the most amazing musical performances we've ever seen?
Yeah.
Blasted in front of that many eyeballs? Yeah.
I think like 1 billion people had their faces melted. It was the Guinness Book of World Records for face melting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already cremated Nikki.
Yeah, I know, it's really sad.
Nikki died.
In a couple weeks you're gonna turn me into a ring, which is gonna be sick, and you're all gonna have a little piece of me on your fingers. That's gonna be really nice.
We get to take you wherever we go, and that means a lot. So no, like what about, so I've been, my wife's really into like the gymnastic stuff,
yeah.
Gymnastic stuff. That has been tremendous. I really enjoy the skateboarding stuff.
Yes.
I like the park and the freestyle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the one trick stuff is like you have to be I think you have to be like a skateboard person to really appreciate like what's going on there.
Yeah.
But that was very strong. What about you, Nikki? I want to hear what you're watching.
I'm all over the place. Like my favorite Olympic sport historically has been handball, which is just basketball, except you can kind of shoulder check people. And you throw it, and it's kind of closer to soccer than anything else. I'm watching as we record. I'm watching basketball. The United States is losing to Serbia by 9.
It was Serbia.
It's just 9.
Wait a minute. They're losing to Serbia?
Yes. Serbia's good. They've got Nikola Jokic. They've got some other lads who I don't know. But now we're down by 12. So
we were talking about this in the pre-show. If Grubb was saying, like, could Dan even attempt to guess the country that's beating the basketball team?
Yeah.
And
I was
never
going to
would've
guess
Serbia.
Cameroon because that's who I picked in World Cup soccer for the NES.
Okay.
Are they still
Great.
a country and in the Olympics?
Cameroon, I do think is still a country. But
They're good. Serbia's good.
Yeah, Serbia's good. But I don't think Cameroon is currently in the Olympic semifinals for basketball.
Nikki, how upset do you think Nikola Jokic is that he still has to play basketball right
Unbelievably. Unbelievably upset. The fact that someone made a call, he hates it. He hates it. He doesn't want to do it. He's unbelievably good. I'm trying to think of parallels of people who are really good at a thing in the business that we do but don't like doing it. And I can't think of anything. But he would much rather be hanging out with his horses, caressing them, training them for horse racing, but instead he must play basketball at the highest level at the Olympics because he's unbelievably good at it.
Like, do you think? I guess it's not that big of a surprise, right? Like,
now?
No. I mean, we shouldn't be down by this many.
The Dream Team era is over. That's all. That ship is sailed. That was like the 90s.
Quarter. You have Steph Curry on a team. The third quarter, that's when we pick it back up.
Yeah,
that's like Bay Area magic.
When's LeBron just gonna do more LeBron stuff? I mean, I know he's old,
trending
but
towards a triple double. Here's my idea. Here's my biggest take, and then we can maybe move on. But my biggest thing, Team USA is old, which is a problem.
Oh, right. LeBron's like 40, right? Like,
he's 39 he's 39 or 40. I think that the United States of America should start making good basketball players younger, and then LeBron should quit playing this level, retire when he retires, and then in 2028, I think LeBron should captain the USA 3x3 team. 2 years out of retirement, I think he should come back and try to lead the 3x3 team to gold.
Is this like when an old wrestler in New Japan retires from like, big one-on-one matches, but then like will come back for a big multi-man tag match earlier in the card?
Okay, Nora Suzuki.
Yeah,
okay,
because
I
it's
understand.
like, and it's also less like ground for him to have to cover too,
Correct.
right? Like my man
he's
doesn't
only
have to
got
move
half
so
court.
much.
The games are 10 minutes long. It's versus 21. He still, I think, would be even if he retires in 2 years, which I think is what's going to happen. I think he'll be out of the league by 26. If he just keeps his body right, comes back for 2028, just does 3x3, I think we win a gold instead of relying on Jim or Fredette.
Yeah, I think LeBron should come back with like salt and pepper in his beard and a cape.
Yes.
Like he came back from like the wasteland or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what is it about the fact that like it's just a different time? Is it like Team USA basketball?
Oh, like what happened? Why are we less good than we used to be?
I mean, I guess that's sort of just the takeaway, but like it just sort of, I mean, like accessibility in basketball seems on par with like soccer, right? Like
that's
it's a very easy
it.
sport to get into, right? So like very low cost, economically sound. No real barrier to entry aside from like get a ball, right?
Yeah.
So like, I want to hear you from our sports reporter.
We basically have stayed as good as we've always been, basically, and then everyone else has gotten better than they used to be. So instead of us also getting better, we are still relying on LeBron James, who has been part of Team USA reliably since 2008. It's a long time ago. And like the churn on these other nations has been so intense, so repeated that like they're getting players in that are great and also young. Like France looks incredible right now, led by Victor Wembanyama, who is 19 or 20 years old.
Oh boy.
Damn.
A child, unbelievably good at basketball. We don't have any, like thin as a fucking rail. Looks like if Bane did what he did to Batman in that movie to Victor Wembanyama, he would split him in half like a toothpick.
Damn.
But yeah, like we have been stagnant at the top, and now everyone else is it's the same. Like a lot of team sports in the United States have this problem. The United States women are in the same boat, or in soccer, like unbelievably good, best in the world for a really long time. Other nations were like, oh, if we simply spend some money on this, we too can become good because we have all of the resources required. And now every country in the world is about as good at women's soccer as the United States is. And then that's how we get into situations where we're like grinding out victories instead of stomping teams like we used to. We lose in the World Cup in the quarterfinals instead of making it to the finals, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, it's good. It makes it much more fun to watch. As a spectator, it is much more interesting to watch these games when it is not guaranteed that the United States is going to win. So
sure.
My problem with the Olympics is that I don't think Olympians should also be handsome and or pretty.
Hot, yeah.
Agreed. Right. They
like
should be ugly.
thing.
Yeah. It's like the singing thing. You are already
An
athletically
actor.
gifted.
Yeah.
Stop there.
Just why like literally every person in like Premier League, handsome, hot.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? Why must you be so hot?
But I think it's like you're already exercising a lot, so that does a lot for your bod generally. And then usually, even if you lose on the face card, like your face card's pretty low, the rest of your bod is shredded.
Yeah, it's like even the most abhorrent soccer athlete is like a stud.
Yes. That's life. That's
showbiz, baby.
Yeah.
That 14-year-old Australian skateboarder.
That's the other part of the.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yeah, a child won the Olympic gold in skateboarding yesterday. She's 14 years old.
Hell yeah.
Filthy.
She's
filthy.
Just like unbelievable. She's her request for winning the Olympics. She said she wanted her parents to buy her a duck.
A duck, yes.
Because she's 14 years old.
Hell yeah.
Like that's where her priorities are.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Did you see the Cuban wrestler?
Yes, who is like 1,000,000 years old.
Well, he's my age.
41, right?
So
Yeah.
let's just
Like I
not.
said.
Let's just not.
I mean,
okay.
you know, comparatively, like think back.
Million?
Are you talking to Nikki? Like
a million years old.
That's almost
Decades
that's
separate
almost
you.
2 of me.
Well, this 1,000,000-year-old man.
2 of you is like dead, Bacalar.
First. Yeah, you're real far behind, buddy.
I'm years younger than you.
Many years, but many. Yeah. This dude won five times in 5 different Olympics. Won the gold medal.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
The guy that he beat in the final yesterday changed his citizenship. So he's Cuban and switched to a different country, the name of which I've forgotten. Switched his citizenship because he couldn't beat the Cuban guy in the qualifiers for the Olympics. So he was like, I gotta get out. So he got out, got through the chain to go through the Olympics, and then still had to fight the guy, and he lost.
That's amazing.
Wow.
He tried to country dope.
Chile, yes. He literally, yes. He swapped to Chile. Thank you, Marino. Swapped to Chile, and then still had to fight the guy and still lost.
Country doping.
Wow.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Don't do it, kids. Get off the smack.
That's right. Stay where you are.
Stay put.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been good. Olympics have been good. I prefer winter because it's just a better season. But let's be honest, this is exciting and it's fun and it's
got the juice.
It's got the juice. You know, all the right kind of stories. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't checked in with like a thing I've watched in a while. I just want to tell everyone about something. They should go watch it.
Can we guess what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. This
Hockey.
is very hyper specific. No,
Field
it's
hockey.
it's motherfucking August, folks. There's no hockey.
Oh.
Field hockey.
Oh, do the rinks melt?
Yeah, field hockey. I'm not talking. I'm done with like sports though. We're talking about
okay.
a piece of entertainment.
Sports are over.
Wrestling?
Again,
American
entertainment. Nope. Nope.
Top Chef is off air.
Nope.
You're watching
Nope.
reruns of
You're not gonna guess it. You're not gonna guess.
Real World.
You're not gonna guess it. Reruns of Real World.
Reruns of Room Raiders.
He's on his season 3 of Real World.
Yeah, I
right
just
now.
got finished with Cook.
Reruns of the show you watched when you're a kid.
Nope, brand new.
To tell the truth?
No one
Murder,
gets
She
that
Wrote.
Bobby's
joke, old
World.
man. Don't
You
call
did.
me old.
You
No, I don't know
did.
that. I only assumed it was an old show. I have no idea what it is.
What's my line?
No, you should have said like the Munsters or
Candid
something.
Camera.
Too recent. Yeah. Big Alan Funt guy, Jeff Bacalar.
Oh, what's the Rob Deerdeck show? What's the Rob Deerdeck show?
Bobby's World.
Nitro Circus?
Ridiculousness?
Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
No. Everyone shut up and let me tell you what the show is.
Well, you could have
let us
done that
guess.
from the beginning and not
Because
tell us to guess.
I-
We would have saved
Is
a lot
it-
of time.
Is it Bobby's World?
No, it's
Eek
it's
the cat?
God, this is
Betty
this is what I do,
Popeye.
folks. Is this what it was
Cat
like?
dog?
No, Hey Arnold. Wrong, close.
The new season of
Beetlejuice-
Fairly Odd Parents.
Someone said Beetlejuice the cartoon. That shit was amazing.
It was good. It was a good show. Yeah.
Holy
Say it again.
shit,
Don't say
that
it.
show was
We
really
got
good.
one, guys. Please. Please.
Yeah, be careful there. I'm watching this 3-part documentary series on HBO called Telemarketers.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot more boring than everything we said.
No, it's not boring. It's phenomenal. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Really, really good. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's about a New Jersey boy who worked at a telemarketing call center in early 2000s and basically over 20 years like unraveled the largest, scam in pretty much telemarketing history.
Is it the one from that Reply All thing?
I don't believe so. What was the reply? The reply.
They went to
all-
India.
yeah.
It was like they traced it back to India and went to India and went to the place.
Was that the one where people were calling up and they would just hear weird sounds?
No. That was
Oh,
also
Grub.
different.
Yeah, it's the one from the beekeeper, right?
No, this has nothing to
that
do.
documentary.
Yeah, yeah.
Did they protect the hive at all back
That's
then?
No,
important.
okay, everyone. Let me. Okay, this is not about that. This is basically about how it's about corrupt, shocker cops and them.
What?
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's nuts. Go check it out. It is unbelievable where this goes. This story. It's just very entertaining, and the characters in it are really fun to watch.
Is that on Max, the one to watch for HBO?
That is the case. I believe so.
Okay.
We're just watching a
my favorite place to watch HBO.
Another way to watch it.
Oh, and the other place to watch for HBO.
No, we're actually it's legit. It's legit. It's for your consideration. Yes,
Okay.
that is how we're.
Oh, brag about it! This guy's got a screener.
It is not. It is not a torrent at all. It is in fact something else. It's really good, guys. Go check it out, everyone out there. I'm a fan. I think it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Anything else anyone would like to bring to the table?
I don't think concerts should sell tickets to a show where you see behind the artist and don't see any screen.
I saw that picture and that was fucked up.
That's
called what is it? Obscured view.
Obscured view.
Yeah.
My ticket didn't say that though.
Well, then you have a lawsuit on your hands.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
I agree vehemently.
Yes.
They do on the website show you where the stage is relative to where the seat is. So what did you think
Now
behind the stage was going to be?
Good question, Nikki.
I assume, because I've been to a lot of concerts, I'll brag about it.
Yeah, brag.
That there is a screen of sorts for
A
people
Titantron.
with
A
a Titantron,
yes.
with bad views to see. No such screen was present.
I see. What building were you in?
The Chase Center in San Francisco.
See,
What
that's
artist?
an old building.
No, this is the new one.
What artist were you seeing, Jan?
Olivia Rodrigo. All right.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Was she
I would
fun?
say.
Was
She
good?
was great singer, great performer. Both times that I've seen her now have been very abysmal shows in terms of my concert going experience.
So I've been thinking about this recently because I'm going to see a show at the Hollywood Bowl, which is a legendary venue. And if you've not seen a show at the Bowl, I think I do legitimately think that like a show in the summer at the Bowl is like, there are few places on the planet like this.
Who are you seeing there?
Karangbin, which is like yes, I'm so
Hell yeah.
fucking amped. I'm fucking amped, dude. I'm gonna take like 3 edibles.
What is that?
Wine.
Tell me what that is. I don't know what that is.
You
would
like
like-
crew banging,
It's
however you say it.
I have no idea. I think I said it right. It's like ambient, like vibey music.
Yeah.
Like you go outside, like you listen to music, you kind of chat a little bit. The music happens around you. On Saturday, they're doing 2 shows. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, the shows are cheap. On Saturday, it's being with a live orchestra. The Los Angeles Youth Orchestra is doing the Saturday show as conducted by Derek Hodge, and then on Sunday it's somebody else. But I'm going on Sunday because that's the one I could go to. But I don't think that artists should be doing as many arena shows as they are doing post-pandemic.
Yeah.
And I think it really is fucking up the live concert experience because people are being put into buildings that are too big and vibe-wise ruin the entire act.
Well, that's all on the promoters and the.
Yes, for sure.
You know,
it's
like
Ticketmaster's fault.
Well, it's always going to be their fault. I mean, so is your point like they aren't selling out, or their vibe doesn't mesh with the venue they're being billed
I
at?
think it's both. But like for Olivia, was the show sold out?
Show was sold out, yeah.
Okay.
Hang on, the
That's
lead
San
singer of Karangbin is Laura Lee Ochoa.
Related?
Same spelling.
No, hey, cuz, what's up?
Huh? There you go.
Let's hook it up with some tickies.
Yeah, come through. But yeah, I think more artists should do more smaller shows. Like do 3 nights if you need to, but do it at like a 1,000 seat house if you gotta.
That's why I kind of enjoy seeing shows in Vegas because they're a little smaller as is.
Sure.
Like watching Usher's residency was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially because they had like a stripper come out and it seemed like she was Sephiroth.
Awesome.
And that was amazing.
That's the dream. That's what you want.
But yeah, the smaller venue leading itself to like, you kind of feel more in tune with the artist or whatever.
One-tittied angel.
Listen, my friends, I don't think anyone would like argue with like, it's good to see bands in small venues. Like I don't.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Yeah, like if that's the takeaway. Where I got news for you guys. Like,
I want WrestleMania to be at the ECW arena next year.
God, that would fucking
so
think how sick that would be.
I'm sure
That
that's
would be
like
awesome.
a
Well, they did it in the
bank
PC.
now. What is it
Yeah,
now?
that's true.
That place? It's probably like a Costco or something.
No, it's still they do wrestling shows there.
Do
Didn't
they?
JD Vance just do a talk at the old ECW arena?
In the parking lot.
In the parking.
Yeah, they're not allowed to rent venues.
Or they don't know how.
Oh, no, he's dead. Never mind.
That's fucked up. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, turns out seeing like a band in like 1,000-person venues like super dope.
Yeah, it kind of bangs.
Yeah.
I always remember when I saw the Jonas Brothers at the Roxy.
You know,
to this day, the only show I've ever seen at the Roxy, and I'm kind of trying to keep it that way.
Do they play Love Bug?
No, it was before Love Bug. It was the first. It was that first album.
I maintain Love Bug by the Jonas Brothers,
Banger.
one of the best drops in music.
I saw the Jonas Brothers last February.
Did you have a good time?
I didn't see them on purpose. They happened to be at the Stadium Series at the outdoor hockey game I was at.
That's great.
Because they're like
Were
Jersey
they good?
kids, right?
Did you have a good time?
They were fine. Like I was inebriated, so I was up dancing. It was also 11 degrees. And I think I said like 15 times to like the group I was with. I was like, you know what? They've got some bangers, you guys. Like you forget. You forget the Jonas Brothers have songs that you recognize.
Joe Jonas has a tune out. He kind of seems like a scumbag, but like
deeply.
He has this one tune. I forget it's Vacation Eyes or some shit.
Sure.
Vacation Eyes.
It's a banger.
That's awesome.
Like,
yeah, they're
Joseph.
from New Jersey, so I got no beef with the Jonas Bros.
Hey, another hot take. I fucking hate music festivals.
Oh.
Okay. Well, okay.
Because like they'll have a whole lineup of artists, and like I'll be excited to see some of the artists, so I'll get in there. And then everyone else around me is just there because they are also there for the music festival, and they don't actually want to see the specific act I want to see.
So, yeah, look, I don't think that's a hot take either. Meaning, like, I think it's a lucid take, right? Like, I think you're on point. There's so like when I think of the Warped Tour, I don't think the Warped Tour is really like a festival, right? It had maybe like 3 stages, or they had 2 big ones, and then there were like mini ones. And I don't think that had the same stigma that like maybe what's it called, what's like Coachella has now, where it's like impossible to navigate kind of thing. I don't remember.
It was 30 years ago. You don't have to.
This is a while ago. When was the last Warped Tour?
They have it every year.
No, I think they stopped. They stopped like 10 years ago.
No, I swear they had one like
2019. The last one was the year before the pandemic.
So it was 5.
Because like the Warped Tour has been replaced with When We Were Young.
Yes.
Sure. And then there's that one in Chicago. Riot Fest.
Riot Fest, yes.
I got to get out to France for Hellfest.
Hellfest.
Yo, I need to go to Hellfest in France. I don't want to. It seems amazing.
Dan, what was the last concert you went to? I cannot in my mind imagine you at a concert.
Me? Oh, Dan.
Literally.
Dan.
Well, actually, no. I was going to say literally all of them in the last 10 years have been ones Bonk has taken me to. Bonk took me to Gojira and Opeth. And so I've gone in a lot of her brothers' Thank You Scientist shows. So mainly ones Bonk has taken me to. Although I did, me and ex-Game Informer editor Brian Shea went to see Queens of the Stone Age in September here in Minneapolis. So
Dan has good musical taste by the transitive property.
I did technically see a live Jelly Roll performance last weekend.
That's huge. That's music.
Yeah. Yeah.
A rare double. Music. You got a Jelly Roll concert and you got to see him do a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's everything.
You know, it's funny. Gojira did that too when I saw them. So yeah.
Gojira's the biggest band in the world right now.
So I even as a like youngster, my 20s and stuff, I was never a concert because like all this stuff I was like allowed to like growing up. They were all dead and not touring by the time I was in college. So like basically I was, grew up hearing that anything before 1978 or anything after 78 isn't music. So unless I like go to see the Stones or Springsteen in concert, which I did, but it was always just like Arrowhead Stadium or these giant stadium shows of old guys, so I was never seeing like modern. Actually, no, because I made that short film with George Clinton and P-Funk, and so I did some concert footage for them. So I've been on stage with Parliament Funkadelic before.
That's cool.
Not many
so
people
I've seen like
say
4 P-Funk concerts, I would say.
That's sick.
So yeah, they were great.
Okay, I understand that the audience for an Olivia Rodrigo concert skews very young.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But it was so heartbreaking to see like these young concert goers, because I'm assuming this is some of their first concerts or whatever. They left before the encore started.
No. How do you not just like grab them by their shirt and just be like,
there were some young people in our row and they started leaving and I'm like, are y'all? I had said just out loud, like, are y'all leaving? No, you should stay. And they were like, oh no, we gotta go catch the bus. I'm like, no, she's
the
not
bus
done
can
yet.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you've seen a Marvel movie. This is after credit stuff.
Yeah, totally. Oh my
That's
god,
where they got this from.
Dude, that's a good bit. Work that into your Type 5 somehow.
All right.
Marvel invented encores.
No, well, sure. Or made a whole generation aware of what an encore is.
But like, thankfully, like the youngins in my row stayed, but like I could see sections
That's tough.
just like emptied out.
You know
it's
what's
funny to me.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
But no, the thing that's fucked though, you know why though? It's because the reason that they are older, their first concert window was during COVID, right?
Right.
So they missed it. So they don't know.
Yeah.
Sure,
And that's
I
why
guess.
that's why they're leaving.
So
Well, you also just like have to reach a point where you are like observant enough to be like, the lights aren't on yet, and I feel like
Yeah, and also nobody else is leaving.
and no one's leaving, and this feels like the worst way to exit a stadium in the dark. I think maybe we just stay put and see how this shakes out. Because what's the longest time between the last song and an encore? 4 minutes, maybe. Like, what are we doing?
But the worst part is this is probably some of those kids is like, if this is their first concert experience, it's going to be terrible because the opener canceled. So we just waited and then it went straight into Olivia. Normally you have to stay through the trudge of one, if not two bad openers. Sometimes it's good. I was bummed I couldn't see Pink Panthers.
Oh, that would have been fun.
It would have been fun.
Yeah, that's the one with their new hit.
Boys a Liar.
Stacy went to Red Rocks last week to see Gus
Jared Leto.
Yes, she saw Jared Leto by accident. No, they got in. Listen, they got. Why can't anything be a fucking story without your fucking bullshit? Just shut up and listen.
Jared Leto.
Just saying, she traveled to see Jared Leto in concert.
They got in, all right, and also opening for this is weird. Opening for 30 Seconds to Mars was AFI, and we love
That's
AFI.
the Ben Hansen band, yeah.
Big, huge Ben Hansen fan.
That's the only band I've ever heard Ben Hansen talk about.
Whenever I think of Ben Hansen,
yeah, he did a whole podcast where he broke down the entire discography.
Really?
Yeah, he called it A Fire Inside Out was Ben Hansen's podcast about AFI. It's the only reason I know about them is Hansen's obsessed with them.
Fire Inside Out, dude. What are we doing?
There's a plug for your old podcast, Hansen.
Yeah, whenever I think of Ben Hansen, I think of Davey Havoc, just like screaming. Anyway, so her friends got there and are like, should we just go? And they went, but they missed the two openers before AFI. They missed Kenny Hoopla.
Oh, I like Kenny Hoopla.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you fucked up. And Polly.
Oh, okay. Polly's
Poppy. Sorry. Poppy.
Oh, the NXT girl.
Yeah.
See, she's an NXT.
She was. She did like every NXT show for a few years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who?
Poppy.
I'm 28.
I know Poppy.
No, you should know Poppy.
She was on wrestling.
Yeah, Poppy's young.
Poppy?
Poppy's your
wrestling
age.
too, Nikki.
Poppy's your age, Nikki. You should know Poppy. Yes.
From the Palm pre-commercials?
She's in a Knocked Loose song, which is really
Wait,
good.
I Google image search and it's just a flower.
Poppy.
No,
Poppy
you're
video
such an
games.
old man. That is such an old man joke. Oh my God. Why do we
No,
let
it's
you get away
literally
with
what
that?
happened.
Man joke.
Yes, it's the name of a flower. Yes. You can't just
I have
search
no idea
Poppy
who this is.
I
and
didn't
be
think
like,
about that.
yeah, she's like pretty hardcore too.
This fit is crazy on her Wikipedia page. Sometimes I think about like, okay, how many do the three of you have Wikipedia pages? Dan, I feel like is the one that has the Wikipedia page.
I do
right?
have one, yes.
I don't think so.
Do you know what picture it is up there?
Yeah, what's there when you edit it?
I have not touched it. I don't know how to.
I don't know how to use the
That's what I'm
computer.
saying.
I'm Paul Riker all of a sudden.
Dan, you got to get in there and change this picture. Right?
Oh, that's a weird one. Me in
Someone's
front of
got-
a roulette wheel? Okay.
Yeah, someone's got it. And like, listen, chat, not doing anything right now besides watching this and watching the U.S. Serbia game. Please go fix Dan's photo.
What should it be?
Give him a neck.
Listen, by the time we finish recording this, we'll check back in.
Hold on.
Nobody look for another 45 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll check in and see what chat has updated it to. The beautiful thing is that there are going to be 35 simultaneous edits.
Oh my God.
Someone somewhere is going to be very confused.
I think, Dan, this is actually how your Wikipedia gets flagged for erasure.
Oh, good.
Because you're going to have all these freaks going in there.
Wow.
And that's going to set off the alarm. But what were you doing? This is like the default video in a casino hotel room.
I was doing a retro roulette stream where every few seconds the game changed randomly. And so that was my background, was a roulette
That's weird.
GIF. Yes.
Backler, you have a Wikipedia page. There's just no JPEG.
Yes.
Oh, fix that, folks. Get
Nah.
Jeffrey Ian Bacalar's picture up there.
There's no photo.
Yeah.
Sucks for me.
Get it in there.
In case you couldn't tell, this is a call-in show, folks.
He said it.
Fucking, this is probably a new record as long as we've been doing this show. A full-ass half hour before we get to a first voicemail. I'm delighted to offer our special guest, Nikki Grayson, to have the first honors of voicemail choice.
Yummy. It's in Slack. Give me. Shoot hot for 500.
Sup, Giant Bomb? Driving around, drinking my convicted melon. I just got myself a box of dots. Yeah, shoot, sunny day out here.
You can't do that.
Did you wrestling film me? Like, you shoot a wrestling thing, and I'm just walking around saying, shoot now. Yeah. Shoot hot. Just shoot hot about this. You're influencing me. You're killing me. Yeah, the hot dogs are so good. The kid says, "What is this?" I don't know. Yeah, that was the question. Did you wrestling film me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
thank you,
This is
caller.
perfect. If they didn't even know it's wrestling and they're using it now, I've heard numerous people now tell me that they're using shoot, which that was the goal all along. That's wonderful.
That person sounded like Dennis Miller, by the way. I don't know if anyone else fucking
big
heard
fan.
that.
Also, caller, please put your seatbelt on or close your door.
Yeah.
Or something.
All right. Can I introduce a new one? Can I introduce a new one to the whole panel here?
Yes.
That we've decided?
Please.
Okay. There's a new one where it's like, let's say an indie show is happening. This is real ass carny talk here.
Okay.
So if like an indie show is going on, and if you ever hear someone go like, hezo, if they say hezo, that will frequently be the promoter, because hezo is carny talk for the word home. And in wrestling, to go home is to finish the match. So if a match is going long and you just hear hezo, which just sounds like nonsense, it's someone being like, wrap it up, go home, take it home. So if there's ever anything going long here or anything and we need to code to each other, it's like,
Yeah,
just hezo,
great.
okay?
That's actually not bad. I just think everything else is awful. Like, Dan, how do you feel about trying to go 1 week?
We did this whole gimmick at the
This
Bombathon.
already.
What?
Yeah, I had to wear a fucking bag on my head because of this.
No, but I'm going to give you $1,000.
Of your money or of fandom's money?
If you do it.
For
and
shoot?
If you, well, now
We
you
haven't
don't
started
need it.
yet. Wait, no.
Yeah,
For shoot, no.
Please.
Are you shooting? Because I will absolutely
do
do
it.
this
Okay.
successfully.
Yeah, no.
And if you lose, you have to give me $2,000.
Oh, shut up. No.
I guess you don't feel that good about it then.
No,
The thing
because
is,
I don't
Dan, you
typically
can
do
do
it
it.
like with like bonk, and sometimes I'll call something a gimmick or something. Like, shit.
Well,
Sorry.
then what am I getting out of it?
You're giving me $1,000.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was very interested until I had something to lose.
Yeah, I know, because it was something that only benefited you.
Yeah, it sounded great.
Okay, but what about this? If you don't, then Backlar gives me $1,000.
Now we're talking.
Wait, so if I win, I get 1,000. If I fail, you get 1,000.
Yes, correct.
I
No.
would agree to that. Yes.
Okay.
And I get 1,000.
No.
No,
We
you
don't get any
You can't
money.
benefit here. You benefit by me not doing
I don't
carny
understand.
talk.
This fucking money is somehow still leaving my pocket.
Well, listen, that's betting. It's gambling.
Expensive. It's for content.
Put in your invoice.
Oh, yeah, it's
you
just
imagine,
$1,000.
Take it out of Minotti's freelance budget. He has a job.
Just like the line item for this one is just goofs.
Yeah. What's our Goofs budget?
Jeff, I see here you submitted a thing. It says, "What is shenanigans? There's no slot for shenanigans.
Gimmicks. Just call it gimmicks.
You can't just put shenanigans in the fucking notes and then be like, oh, Big Daddy Fandom's gonna fucking pay $1,000.
If I ran a company, we would definitely have a gimmicks and shenanigans ledger entry.
You lost me at if I ran a company.
Awesome. I would run a good company.
I agree. Good cult, good company.
Yeah.
You can incorporate
it's not embezzling if you're having fun.
Right.
No, that's the law. That's actually business law that you're talking about.
Give that away for free.
Thank you, caller. Dan, you're up.
String cheese.
Hello, truck. Do y'all have opinions about string cheese? I really like the SpongeBob brand,
Oh, what?
but like in general, string cheese just kind of fucking slaps.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
It's hard to find bad string cheese. There are some that's like especially good, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like there's a weird brand that's not Polio that I think is not
Cheeseheads?
good. It's
Cheeseheads is pretty good. I like a soft one. I don't like the ones where it kind of breaks off your fingernails when you try to string it.
Sure. There is something that, I don't know. It's some off-brand. I don't know what it is, but I do think there are bad string cheeses out there that everyone needs to be made aware of.
There are worse ones than others, but I enjoy eating all of them.
Polio's got that like saltiness going on too. That's like real satisfying.
There used to be a string cheese. I think of Sargento maybe, but they had like a pizza branded one, and there was like one line of sauce straight in the middle.
Whoa.
And it was
That's
like
sexy.
It was insane. And then like good.
But the optics on that, you're supposed to chomp that fucker, right?
That you're
It's not
supposed
really
to
string
chomp that
cheese.
fucker.
You can't
But,
string
like,
sauce.
You can't string sauce, but your boy tried in like the third grade. Like
Tried to string sauce. Whatever happened to that guy?
I felt like I was whittling wood in like the old days, you know? It's like slowly stripping the cheese like around, and then like one time I had a string of sauce.
Oh,
That's like how I try to eat combos. I try to like nibble all the pretzel around it and just have the goop.
Tube of
you know?
cheese. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most Dan Reichert thing I've ever heard. They make Sargento does a Fiesta pepper string cheese, and I'm just looking in and I'm just like, nah, dude.
You add Fiesta to any type of food, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Dude, give me where's the company that's gonna have the bravery to embark on string Munster cheese? Why are we not doing this?
I love Munster.
Can you make string cheese at home?
Sure.
What is it about string cheese from factory that is not replicatable at
There's some magic processing they're doing that they can
Probably
like,
the same machine that does the Twizzlers pull and peels.
what did you say to me?
The Twizzler pull and peels. You
What is
don't know
that?
Twizzler pull and peels?
I don't believe in Twizzlers. I don't like those things.
Okay. Okay, I get it because normal ones like shoe Twizzlers are kind of
Yeah.
like waxy and tough.
Yes.
Pull and peel, they are the string cheese of Twizzlers, and they are meant to
Okay.
be string. It is really good.
yeah.
Look it
I
up
get
and
it.
tell me it doesn't look good. It's soft. It's easy to string. Twizzler pull and peel is awesome.
Nikki, I'm gonna go down to SoCal and we're just gonna have a little candy party.
Okay, that sounds great. I think I would fuck one of these guys up. Yeah, absolutely.
You should-
It's
you should
a
absolutely get
low fat
some.
snack. It says it right there on the bag.
Low fat,
they're good as
high
hell.
sugar, right?
It's good
Like,
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Dude,
if it was
that
high
was-
sugar, they'd have to put it on the bag. you
Yeah,
know?
do you remember how expensive those Skittles were that we got?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, those
They were
sweet
not
Skittles.
great either.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, that was too much for bad Skittles.
Soft shell Skittles.
Soft shell.
Yeah, just the
Isn't that
insides
just a jelly bean?
or something. Yeah, there
Yeah.
were like two weird. There's the unshelled ones, and then what was the other
There
gimmick
were
one?
giant Skittles.
Oh, giant Skittles.
clouds, clouds.
Yeah.
Yes, and none of them tasted good. They were all bad.
No, shoot
sucks.
Skittles are better than all those.
Yeah.
sucks a lot.
Also, the United States beat Serbia. We came back.
No shit.
Yes.
What
It was
happened?
One of the best basketball games I think I've ever seen.
Kevin
Oh,
Durant.
cool.
Kevin fucking Durant happened.
And then
Wow.
Steph Curry
Kevin
with
Durant
the
and
dagger.
Steph Curry. Yes. And now all these Serbian men are crying.
Good.
Oh, they're crying. So
They're
wait, what does this
crying.
mean now? We go
We're
to
in
the
the
finals.
finals against France.
Ooh,
gonna be a
little
banger.
home team.
Yeah, I think that's on Saturday.
Neat. Maybe I'll watch it. I really
It'll be on
love
Peacock.
soccer, but the soccer's not like you know.
This is the only time I've been compelled to chant USA.
That's the thing about the Olympics that really gets you, because you feel patriotic and you're like, ooh.
You haven't been to a lot of Hacksaw Jim Duggan matches.
I don't feel it.
I'm 28, Dan.
You gotta stop saying that, Nikki. Just like,
no, that's work that gimmick, all right?
Can we just work that into your deal? Like, you just
no mention of age. That's fine.
Just don't do that. Can we just not do that? Okay, cool. Jan, you're up.
Regular basis?
Hey, friends. Quick question. What's the most obscure, dumbest, maybe most random thing that you personally think about on a regular basis? I was on a road trip like 3 or 4 months ago, and my car tipped over its mileage to boobs, 80085. And I laughed about it for a long time, and now I think about it like literally once a day. What's the thing that you think about all the time that's dumb? Love you.
Dan, you might have to have a different episode for this.
Oh, actually, okay. I love whenever I tune into Blight Club or some other program that Dan is on, where like Dan will just go, "Wow."
Yeah. You did that a lot yesterday. It was so fun.
That's
really?
That's your voice. You do that all the time.
Like an Owen Wilson thing?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a genuine discovery.
Yes.
And you do like this thing where you're like, yeah. You know, like you say that. Yeah. He said it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I did not realize. I've never heard in 90 years of doing podcasts and stuff. I've never heard anyone bring that up. That's weird.
The wow is very good to me because it is genuine every time. And yesterday, you were constantly being approached with shit that was fundamentally unsettling to you.
In the
game?
You
were like, yes, in the game. You were like, I can't believe it felt like you were saying through the wows, I can't believe they made this. I can't believe this still exists. I can't believe we're doing this together. Like it was all of these things were really self-contained in the wow.
Yeah. That checks out. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
They're always genuine.
Yeah.
Your is when you're like ready to stop talking and get off the phone or something, or you're like ready to go. You're just like,
yeah. I can see that. Okay. Yeah. Hizo. I'm going to replace it with Hizo.
One of the things I think of a lot as well is the Bombathon was the first time I had met Jesse Vitelli in person. And
I keep forgetting that.
He was just like, I hit him up and was like, hey, if you want to come hang out. And the next thing I know, he's sitting behind me in an Elmo costume for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Great.
And that's just his gimmick now. Yeah.
He's stuck with that now.
He's like, I'm trying out this Elmo thing.
One that I think about a lot that only like me and my dad make a joke with each other, but it was Richard Simmons was on Letterman back in like 98 or something. And he was bringing some weird gimmick contraption workout thing. And Dave was looking at it. And Richard Simmons goes, "Oh, Dave, it's not a go-go kart." And Letterman just turns to the camera, just directly to the camera and goes, "A go-go kart." A go-go kart. So,
that's good.
So whenever my dad and I were like half mocking someone, was like, "A go-go kart."
That's great. That's honestly probably the most beautiful thing you have with your dad. That's really special.
I think about Shane McMahon busting his knees at WrestleMania a lot. Like really a lot. Like it'll come to me in my like it happened to me last week as I was like going to bed and I like had to get out of bed because I was like, oh, my brain's back on. Like I had to watch the clip. I had to watch the entirety of it. I had to like revel in the moment for a little bit and then I had to try to get myself to go back to sleep. Delicious.
I remember being at a bar in Tampa Bay and at the bar, Ric Flair's to my left. Shane McMahon comes up to my right. Shane turns to me and goes, "You want some wine, brother?" And I was like, "Yes, Shane McMahon, I'll take some wine." And he orders a bunch of wine, like too many glasses for one person to hold, picks them all up and turns around and goes back to his table and doesn't give me wine.
Awesome. Great.
Thanks, Shane.
That's awesome.
I just ordered my drink.
I can't believe that Apple has not fallen that far from that tree.
Yeah.
That's really interesting to me.
Oh, and also Ric Flair was yelling at the bartender about getting like 3 more gin and tonics, and so he skipped me too. Great. So I had to fight Ric Flair and Shane McMahon for a drink.
Great.
That's good.
That's a triple threat.
It's a normal weekend for anyone. All right. Very good. My turn. I'm gonna choose horror. Wait, did we all go? Did we not?
Yeah,
I did one. Yeah.
Okay, good. Horror on his face.
Hey, dumpster divers. This is Enoch in Chicago.
Hey.
My friend's cat just came up to me, sniffed my feet, and then just had this look of horror on his face and took off and hid in the closet.
Damn.
What's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you that made you think, I should get this checked out by a doctor? Okay, love you. Goodbye.
Not specifically a doctor, but when I worked at the cupcake shop that I swear is haunted or was haunted, the owner's dog came in and then was just hanging out in the lobby of the cupcake shop. I'm staring at the dog because dogs are cool and fun. And the dog starts looking past my shoulder and growling and crying. And I just asked the dog, I forget the dog's name. I'll just say Barley. Barley, is there a ghost behind me? And then, like, the dog pees in the cupcake shop's lobby.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dogs are awesome.
Dogs are great.
Yeah, I didn't go to a
creatures.
doctor to check, but
Should've.
I swear.
I respect that. Respect that dog.
That has made me go, I need to see a doctor.
Yeah. Here's my tongue bubble situation.
Oh,
You're
no,
what?
I don't want to hear about this.
I got
pictures. We got to link to that one.
Yeah, I got a picture here. I got it is my Google Photos.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I've seen this. We're gonna.
No, here,
Can you put it in chat?
Yeah, I will. Hang on one second.
We're just not.
Okay, one second.
It's upsetting.
Copy link.
I remember
don't
this
click
now.
on it. Listen,
There you go. There's that.
if you
and
don't
then,
want to see it, just don't click it.
And then when I had to get the surgery to put a
Why
pipe
did
in
I
it,
click on this?
yeah, it's bad. And I kept biting it, and it kept popping in my mouth and waking me up. Let's see. And then they had to put a pipe in there, but that got all fucked up and weird. So I'll put that in there for you. Here you go. This was a couple months out of my life. Yeah. That was fun. So have you ever heard the Overblood Super Replay on Game Informer? And I sounded really fucking weird. That was going on. I just kept having this weird bubble under my tongue burst, and it
Did they figure out what it was?
When I got some crowns done and I was under, the little burr or whatever, like went through and severed my salivary duct, and then the scar tissue formed over it and cut it off. So like all the spit would be trying to leave under my tongue, and it just and get the consistency of rubber cement. So I remember my girlfriend at the time was terrified because I would wake up in the middle of the night, I would be asleep, and it would get so big that it would burst. But it was rancid old saliva at that point, so it tasted so strong. So literally, she'd be asleep, I'd be asleep, and then all of a sudden I'm bolting into the bathroom like, blah, 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 like just the grossest sound, just dribbling rubber cement shit out of my mouth.
Fucking weird.
The dog's on the podcast now.
You're just like, I don't want what. You know, people don't want to hear that, man.
I mean, I'm glad I heard it.
you know.
Because, like, here's the thing: the human body is beautiful.
No, I beg to differ.
You can hear all about my ball surgery on Metal Gear Scanlan Season 5.
I think I've heard about that in multiple podcasts at this point.
I will Hizo the shit out of that. Okay. We just have to take a step back.
Now it's just sinuses and teeth and stuff. It's all cool now.
No, I mean, look, your body is in constant repair. I understand.
Your body is a wonderland. Yeah.
It is. It is. It's you are perpetually in beta. I get it. Like you just will never be ready for prime time,
No,
and that's why we love
is
you.
when Dan will hit 1.0.
Oh my God. Like Dan's gonna be ripped because he's gonna like redevelop like the runner body and everything.
I ran a half marathon 2 weekends ago. I'm fine.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Kind
yeah,
of.
I'm proud.
Did you get
of
a medal?
Yeah, it's like a little wooden one. It's a finisher medal. It's not like I didn't have a good time or anything. But
Yeah,
Yeah, but
participation.
You could do the cool thing that all the Olympians are doing and like biting their medals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm training for another one in October, so maybe I'll do
Hell
a good
yeah.
one then.
That's very cool. I'm proud of you that you did that. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else?
I taught you all Hizo, and now you're going to use it. You're going to weaponize Hizo against me.
Yep. What else? Did anyone else have a comment for this voicemail? I feel like we
I've
haven't-
never been to the doctor because I have a perfect form.
Is that true, Nikki? Because if it's true, I'm upset.
Are you
I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
We don't give Nikki health insurance, so Nikki
Let me tell
can't
you
see the
something.
doctor.
Maybe that's what this is going to sort of pivot into. I have friends who are of my age, maybe a couple of years younger. And these are people who are just like, yeah, I haven't been to a doctor in 7 years. No. And I'm just like, you're a dumbass. Like,
what? The dentist is the one I hear the most often.
The dentist is truly upsetting because those are issues that can like your body, you are going to rationalize that shit. You are going to like compensate and you're going to like make excuses, and your teeth are like connected to everything. Yeah. Don't sleep on that. And hopefully you have insurance.
Go to the dentist.
Or hopefully you don't live in this country.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you're able to just have reasonable health care.
No, I have no idea how people without insurance, like how that's possible. Because like with just
me
what
too, Dan.
I didn't have a freakish thing or anything. I had sinus issues and tooth stuff and Invisalign, like all that stuff. And I see what it would cost without insurance. And it's like, I don't know how anybody could ever possibly afford that without insurance.
They can't.
It's insane.
They can't.
It's like it was expensive with insurance, and then it's just like nuts. So it's like, oh yeah, it would have been like $70,000 out of pocket if I didn't have insurance. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, the numbers like don't mean anything.
They can't.
Yeah,
like it's just like, oh,
I don't know what a copay is.
Yeah,
if you get sick, you go bankrupt. That's the point.
That's cool country.
That's the
Seems
business.
bad.
That's the business, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems bad.
Yeah. So like, if you think that rules, keep fucking voting the way you're voting. All right.
Who are you talking to?
You, Dan.
When I had meningitis, I came down with it on I'll tell a very abridged version of this story. I had bacterial meningitis in 2016, and I was on an airplane when I had it. So I really fucked up everybody's what's the medicine one? The CDC
FBI.
had to call everybody on the airplane and be like, you were exposed. You have to go to the hospital. You're gonna prophylactic. Yes. Because like it's like highly communicable on an airplane. It's all the same air. So like pretty bad. But it presented itself in a way that, quote, they had never seen before. I'm in a book. Like in a medical textbook somewhere.
Really?
Like pictures of my arm and of my leg because they'd never seen anything like it. Like
what?
Photographers came in to take pictures of my body because they had never seen bacterial meningitis present itself in the way that it had. Listen, I'll tell the story.
I can't believe you had meningitis.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Oh, yeah. I was like 12 hours from losing my left arm, 24 hours from dead. Like,
oh, my God.
And you're 28 now.
Yeah, I'm 28 now, so it's fine.
This is what, Nikki?
Crazy. Yeah, no, this was it's 2015, and I was on an airplane flying to Boston, and I had this weird spot on my arm. I couldn't move my arm. Was feeling super whack. Was like, oh, like I need Tylenol because I had a really bad headache because the fluid in my brain and neck were inflamed and infected. I went to go reach up to press the button, and then I realized I couldn't actually move my arms anymore because I was formed to the seat because it was so swollen up and down my spinal column. Blah 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 blah.
Blah blah. Yes.
I reached my arm back because there was a nurse behind me that was like, there was a person that was a nurse behind me, and she was like, "Can I see?" And she was like, "Oh, it's a spider bite." So in my mind, I was like, "Oh, I've simply been bitten by a spider.
I've simply been poisoned." The venom is coursing through my veins.
And that's it. And they were like, and it got to a point where I was like clearly going through it. And they were like, "Do you want to land the plane in Chicago?" And I was like, "Well, I can't have that be on me. I'm not gonna land the plane in Chicago." Yeah, kind of. I was like, I can't have that. Then everyone's gonna be mad. So like, no. We'll just take the plane all the way to Boston. A lot of stuff happened in between, but in my mind, I was like, someone at one point said, "You just need to go to urgent care." So my friend wheels me into the urgent care, and the woman I'm in the wheelchair, literally dying in the wheelchair, and she pokes her head up and over the desk like this, and is like, "The emergency room is that way," and then points that way, and then I don't really remember the rest of it for a little bit, but I'm fine. So it's okay. I can tell the full story at different times, but it's a crazy story.
Nikki, what?
It's a crazy story.
This just drops today?
Yeah.
Wow. When were we going to get this?
I don't know. Later? Drunk at TGA, probably.
It's very like
I kind of want to chant USA now.
Yeah, no way. Why? That's what I said. But oh my God, Nick!
Holy shit!
You're so lucky that urgent care had an emergency room.
Oh yeah, I ended up at Massachusetts General Hospital. So like of the hospitals to end up at, the second best hospital in the country. So like it was deeply fine.
It's really fucked up that like. It was entirely possible you would have died because you didn't want to land in Chicago.
No, like, yeah. And it was like, I had no idea where I was. Like, I couldn't move. Like, when I tried to get up off of the airplane, I couldn't move my body. So, like, I tried to get up, couldn't move. And then a person had to, like, basically unfold me out of the seat. And then I fell into the aisle on the plane, and then eventually like they strapped the bags onto me, and then I fell like no assistance at Logan. So like I like stumbled my way out of the jet bridge to the gate, and then I fell again because I couldn't walk. And then if you can believe it, none of these fuckers at Logan International Airport helped me. I just was on the ground writhing in pain, and I had to literally crawl to the desk to request a wheelchair. And it was in the middle of the biggest blizzard that had hit the East Coast in like 15 years, and the woman left me in front of the automatic doors to the. If you've been to Logan International Airport, you know that there's the middle bit of the airport because there's terminals on both sides, and then there's the road right. She left me in the middle of the automatic doors, so the doors would close and then open, and I would get hit with a gust of like freezing cold air.
Stop! I can't. You need to. I think you need to like.
I'll tell the whole story. Listen, we gotta move on, but I'll tell.
This is too fucked up and sad.
I'm fine.
You're fine now. You were clearly not doing okay that day.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
Shit.
Christ almighty. What the fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, don't get meningitis is my cool tip.
And wait, how did you contract it again? Like what?
No fucking clue.
Oh.
I was living at home.
Oh.
That's the takeaway, folks. Don't get meningitis. You're in for a bad time, according to Nikki.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
This is a show about voicemail.
I guess we move on somehow, some way. What the? Oh my God.
The next one's gonna be like, "What's your favorite toilet?"
Yeah.
Sorry.
How do we parlay into that?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Wow.
I know how we're gonna pivot into the next voicemail. We're gonna go to chat, and they chose, of course, Isekai.
Hey, dump truck. A ham sandwich is only an Isekai if Guy Fieri makes it, because then it transports you to Flavor Town.
It's good.
Also, a kid in King Arthur's pork? No, forget that. Never mind. Just the first part. All right, bye.
I don't know what to do now.
About voicemails is that you can't cancel them. Like once you
already
start
done.
it, you can't like pull the ripcord because when you hang up, it sends.
No, so here's the thing. Nikki, I'll give you the info to log into the Google Voice account. You will have people calling in several times trying to get it right. And it's funny because
That
like,
makes
they'll go from
sense.
like a minute 30 to like a minute to 40 to 30. And then like the next time they call in, it's like, hey, don't include it at all. I'm sorry that I wasted your time.
I'm actually just pulling that all together, folks.
Yeah.
There's not an option to like cancel it when you're calling.
You could just hang up, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm
then it
saying
says
like,
it.
Unless it's one of those where you have to like confirm it afterwards, it's going to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I thought there was a thing where like you like hit one to try
Sometimes.
again or something.
Sometimes, like if you would like to re-record, press this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for the holidays we just stitch together every rejected voicemail, and it's a 17-hour podcast of just like
it would be as long as Jeff Grubb has spent playing Blake Club games.
Oh, it's a lot more than Mike Minotti. Minotti's the one that's slacking. I saw the numbers.
Crazy! Oh my God!
Sounds like
You
it's
just
his
like
turn.
you just like keep a timeline, a perpetual timeline. You just add it, and then click publish at the end of the year. Oh my god.
Think of all the ads we could stitch in.
Oh my god, that's
we'd be rich.
Oh my god, yeah. All right. I don't have much to say about ham sandwiches, so
they're okay.
Do you think Flavortown is a real place?
No, I don't. I don't believe it to be.
It's a state of mind.
I would agree that it is a state of mind.
I think any place can be. Yeah, exactly.
It's
any
like outer heaven.
Can be Flavortown.
It's exactly like outer heaven.
Yeah. I think
Flavortown's
it's like
inside all of us.
It's like a state of being. It's like, oh, I've gone Super Saiyan. It's like, oh, I've gone Flavortown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Guy Fieri in motion.
How so? What do you mean, bud?
I've seen pictures of him. I could definitely point him out in a police lineup.
You've never
I don't
seen him
think
like
I've ever
walking,
seen, or an image of him on a television moving.
You've never seen an in-play Guy Fieri?
I don't think so.
I think you would love Guy's Grocery Games, actually.
Yeah.
I bet I would. I love the Supermarket Sweep. Is one of my all-time favorite shows.
You would love Triple G. You would love Triple G.
Triple G. Oh, that's Guy's Grocery Games. Okay, is that still active?
Yes.
Yes.
Watched an episode last night.
Yeah.
I should look. Okay.
That's on Max, the one I watched for HBO.
Oh, it is?
Exactly.
Okay, then I can access it. All right.
Yeah.
I just got the joke of you having Supermarket Sweep as your favorite. It's your favorite program. It's just so funny.
I
It's
loved
like,
it. I
it's
love
like just-
Supermarket
great
Sweep.
show.
But it's just like you. It's just like
Spill that
it's the
carpet
Riker
turkeys,
way.
brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just
That's the meta.
Yeah.
it's built for you. I guess.
They would have that, and then Shop Till You Drop was on right afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a weird Costco Sam's
got-
Club
you got-
hybrid situation.
Yeah.
You know when y'all drop like random pop culture trivia of like movies or music and stuff, and like sometimes like I'll politely like laugh and nod my head along, but like I don't get it sometimes.
Sure.
I've realized what has occupied my head over the last couple of years, or like growing up, is just fucking celebrity chefs.
Yeah.
And I will put on Tournament of Champions, which is like a fucking anime style cooking competition with like cooking personalities and chefs from Food Network, Top Chef, Chopped, et cetera, and like I'll have it on. I've been watching it since season 1. I'll have it on, and then I'll be fucking like hooting and hollering like I'm watching WrestleMania.
Yes.
And my partner will be like, "What the fuck are you? What are you cheering about?" I'm like, "Yo, Jet Tila made it to the Final Four this year." She's like, "Who the fuck is Jet Tila? What? And I'm like, "Yo, he was an Irish chef. He's judging today. Oh my God, Nancy Silverton." Sorry,
I fucking love Nancy.
God, man. Fucking see Emerald on the screen. That's a fucking treat. That's a little delight. It's like seeing good old JR walk out to do commentary.
Depressing?
A little bit.
Okay.
Nancy Silverton's got a pizza place in LA called Triple Beam.
God.
Freaking bangs.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nancy.
Shouts out.
Yeah. Tell us about your own personal Flavortown next week on the Voicemail Dump Truck.
Yeah.
But for
When's the
now-
last time you went to Flavortown? Call in about that.
It's a good question. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, back to you.
Let's do purring.
Yo, Chapel Row mentioned. Let's go. I'm as straight and white and male as they come. I fucking love Chapel Row.
Hell yeah.
My wife was listening to her in the shower like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty catchy. What is that?" And now I'm fully pink pony pilled. I am a super ultra modern graphic girl, or I just fucked that up. Yeah, let's HOTTOGO play some video games. Giant bomb. I want to see you guys doing the dance when you play this voicemail. You better do it.
We did it.
We did it.
Do the letters. Thank you. Oh,
This
here's
is-
my cat purring. If you can hear that.
Okay.
right,
I've
bye.
heard of Chapel Roan. I don't know the music.
Oh, this is not the Chaperone, the Triple H movie, which is what I was thinking of when he was talking.
No,
Okay.
no. Oh, close. Close.
Okay.
Similar vibes.
I see.
Yeah. God. Baccalaureate, I think you like Chapel Roan.
Yeah, I mean,
think
I'm
so,
just
too.
like assuming it's probably a thing that
You ever heard of
I
pop
like
music?
most stuff.
You like Kate
really.
Bush?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
You like Cyndi Lauper?
sure.
What if that?
Yeah, I get it. I think like things are coming back around now in a way where it's just like kind of just like everything. You know?
Yeah, that's huge. Liking stuff is way easier than not liking stuff. Is it something I've learned as I've gotten older?
You.
Is it easier than not knowing stuff?
Actually, yes. Because because like liking stuff and being predisposed to liking stuff means that you get to know more things, and that's always better than not knowing things.
I do like liking stuff a lot more than not liking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more stuff you like, the more things you'll know.
Backlar can't relate to any of this.
No, like I absolutely can. I think I have a heart. It's like there's something in me that, doesn't want to like it. And maybe that's just like what we call, taste, right? Like, I don't know. I think like that's probably what that is. I do think music now is like echoing a lot of like 80s inspired like synthy stuff. And it's just like, well, fuck yeah, all that rules. So like, it's popping, and like I'm obviously just gonna be like drawn to that.
Yeah, look at Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Well,
he's like Bob Seger.
Who's that?
Bob Seger?
Yeah, who's Bob Seger?
He's like Jelly Roll.
Yeah, he's like
he's the old Jelly Roll.
Here's the Jelly Roll of the late 70s.
I know who Bob Seger is. You believe me for a second, though.
No,
maybe.
I didn't.
Okay.
Not knowing Bob Seger? There's
All right,
no world in
okay.
which you, a 52-year-old
Relax.
man from Jersey, not knowing who Bob Seger is.
I do know who Jelly Roll is, but not. I don't think I could like pick out his music.
He's got a better five-knuckle shuffle than Bob Seger.
We don't know that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bob Seger alive?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we don't know that.
Dude, but even so, like Bob Seger is not like our generation in any meaningful way.
No, it's my dad's generation.
Yeah. Like my man's probably like 80 something, right? Like what are we doing?
One of the better Norm Weekend Update jokes ever was a new study has shown that women find men with beards more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger.
It's really good. And that guy was funny.
He was really funny. Yeah.
Turns out. Oh shit! All right, who's up? I think Dan.
I will take better than anyone else.
Yo, what's like a skill or like something very obscure that you can say that you're probably better than anybody else you know at doing?
We do. I feel like we do this so much.
Yeah.
Right. Like, not to disparage the caller here. It's just.
For sure.
I would say I know. Go ahead.
Knowing when my dog needs to go pee.
Oh yeah, you would definitely know.
Yeah. Sure. I would hope so. Right.
Yeah.
Like
quack shot.
Okay.
We should just do it for each other. So Jan, I'll drink your coffee any day of the week. I feel like I will have your coffee before anyone's coffee, before any chain store's coffee, for sure.
Nikki, I would let you. I believe you are the best at picking someone else's karaoke song that they should sing.
Oh, thank you.
Backlar, you've probably gotten more hat tricks than any of us.
Oh, mine was also going to be somewhat hat related for Bacalar.
Like doubly, right?
Oh, I didn't even get the pun.
Mine was real hats. I was going to say I would trust any hat that Jeff Bacalar told me to wear.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I would wear it.
Hats and hockey.
Hats and hockey. Skating and hating.
There we go.
It's your autobiography.
You know?
Let's continue the rest of the cast. Grub probably he drives a minivan very well.
Almost definitely, yeah.
I trust his backing up ability.
Oh,
yeah.
I watched him. I was in his car while he parallel parked in Cleveland, and me and Minotti were both like, "Holy shit, we would have parked 6 miles away." And I guess he used to be a courier, and he was very good at it.
Parallel parking?
He was great. Yeah.
No, I understand, but you're not scared of parallel parking.
I probably had not parallel parked in the last 25 years.
All right. Crazy. Sometimes I should learn my own lesson and just shut up and just be like,
I just don't really drive.
Don't take the bait.
Does he have a rear view camera?
Yeah.
Did he look at it?
I don't remember him. If he did, it was very quick.
That's not cheating, Nikki.
No, I know it's not cheating. But like in my mind, oh no, I would love to rely on a backup camera. I just don't have one. But in my mind, I think Grub thinks it's cheating.
Yeah.
Grub, because Grub, yeah. I think Grub's probably like he's got the one arm behind the headrest, and he's sort of like, that fucking camera's beneath me. I'm above that. You know, I don't need.
I think Tam is very good at eating chicken wings, like efficiently.
Oh,
clearly. Tam.
Yeah.
All the meat off those bones, clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could put those fuckers back in the chicken.
Yeah.
That's how clean they are.
Yeah. Oh, Lucy. That's Lucy really good at.
I would
Kermit
like
voice.
An organization, like some sort of organization.
No, that's too boring. That's too boring.
You know what, Jen? I don't think it is. I think it's thrilling.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't get one.
Oh, Dan, I think that you could reasonably convince anybody of anything.
Yeah.
You know what? That seems like the most powerful one out of all of them. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I think you could survive an accident.
You could get a beer with anyone.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I legitimately, I think if I put you and my grandma in a room together, I think that y'all would walk out friends, which is crazy
1000%.
because you are this far away from each other on like the scale of life experience.
We're all people.
Literally, yes. By the time the end of that 45 minutes, like this, best of friends.
We should do a podcast together.
Yes.
And if you look at Dan's Wikipedia, it is now a picture of him with Nikki's grandma.
Whoa, my God.
Dan, I've got it for you, bud. I think you're the least arrestable person in the country.
Look, I'm hearing a lot of me having a lot of superpowers.
I'm not sure there's. I feel like you could fucking have a smoking gun in your hand, right? And just by virtue of like your presentation and just everything that you exude.
I mean, I've talked about how I used to hitchhike home from the bars and like cops would pull me over and be like, that's illegal. And I'd be like, oops, sorry, I didn't know. And then they would just give me a ride home.
Yeah,
right.
So
that's my point.
I guess.
The least arrestable person on earth.
That's funny because like my current fear is, as someone with anxiety and flight anxiety, I have to fly to Europe very soon, twice on two separate trips, and anxiety brain saying, "Oh, I'm going to lose control on the flight, and I'm going to be freaking out, and then I'm going to get arrested and put into some like British jail or something for causing an in-flight disturbance because I was just freaking out and screaming and stuff," which is not going to happen. But that's anxiety brain. But you think if that happened, if I like ran up and down the aisle screaming because I was having a panic attack, they'd just be like, "Oh, you're fine."
I'd be like, "Oh, poor baby."
Yes.
Okay.
I think that you would get there, you'd have a conversation with them for like 15 minutes, and they'd be like, just don't do it again, please.
Okay. Yeah. I would love to
let you out.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and one last one for Turbo Sean. Sean is the most tolerant to lactose.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Nobody better.
Yeah.
We didn't do Mikey, but whatever.
He'll do it for himself.
Yeah. I'm not worried about
he's
that.
doing it right now.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, that's the answer.
He's the best at looking at comments.
He's the best at reading comments.
As he pops up in chat here. Yes.
That's so funny, dude. All right. We only have time for I think like one more here. Jan, it's your turn. Let's finish it out.
Oh shit, I don't remember any of these. Level up.
Jello poo tube. If you use a shoot watering can a lot, the watering can itself doesn't level up, but you do get more proficient at using the watering can. So you can kind of, from that, work out that yes, you can do more actions repeatedly, use the same object, and it doesn't level up, but kind of you do with that object. So what I'm trying to say is, what repetitive action do you do a lot that you think has leveled up? No, this isn't a masturbation joke. Anyway, yep.
Okay, you got ahead of it there.
Thank you, caller. That was interesting. That went places. I think I understand the question.
But I have gotten so much better at jacking off.
Yeah, like
is the thing.
That is the default answer. That's just putting your name on the test.
Yeah, when I started, I sucked.
I was awful at it.
I was doing it all
wrong. I had
wrong.
no fucking clue what I was doing. But I'm so much better now.
Yeah.
It's just. You know, it's funny. It's like, even if he didn't say, like, we obviously would have gotten there. I just don't know how we don't say that.
It's
we get
gotta
ahead of
be
it.
that.
Yeah.
Brushing
Doesn't
your
matter
teeth,
who
I
you are.
guess.
I'm
You
good
know?
at flossing.
The dance or the?
No,
Do kids still do that? Does
Less-
chaperone do that?
less frequently.
Does chaperone floss?
I don't think chaperone's ever flossed before.
No.
I'll look though.
That's before
Look up
her time.
chaperone floss.
That's before Chaperone's time.
It's hard to say.
Chaperone.
Oh boy.
It's a mouthful. You're not
Fuck.
wrong.
I guess quack shot I've gotten better at.
Dude, your answer has been quack shot for 2 things today, man. What's wrong with you?
Look, I spent a lot of time this year playing quack shot.
That's cool. What, like, certainly, I don't like, it's not, you can't even say cooking because that's not like a one-to-one repetitive thing that you do, right? Like there's diversity, there's variation. Like,
Oh, I pour things very well.
pouring a beer, sure.
No,
where you-
like pouring like from one vessel to another vessel.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
really
really bad at
bad at
that.
that.
Yeah, I suck at that.
Not
Okay.
beer, but like, say there's like a carafe of water and you got like a mug. I can high pour that.
No,
bad boy.
I'm uniquely tuned to finding the exact level of surface tension required to get it to dribble down the side of the vessel that I'm pouring it
sure. Wow.
on and out of the and not into the thing.
I've never successfully poured a wine glass. I
That's
always have to lick
among
the
the
side of the
easier
bottle.
things.
No, but every time there's always the dribble, and you got to lick the bottle afterwards. Every single time I've ever poured wine
Doing that at a
in my
restaurant.
life, I'm not
Could you
kidding.
imagine you're at like a fancy dinner with the waiter with the towel on his arm and he like pours it over and then he's like,
Oh.
he's like, you know, he just
Someone
licks
makes
it.
it him.
No job in the world I'd be worse at than a waiter.
Oh, how do we
Oh,
do this? How do
shit.
we
You know
fucking
how
do this?
I can't carry shit. I can't remember shit. I don't know food. I don't know
Nope.
drinks. I can't pour things, and I can't
You can't
balance
rem-
things.
and you can't remember
I trip
anything.
over my own fucking feet all the time.
Yeah.
No memory. Get
Oh,
easily
man.
flustered. Like it's a bad. I would be the worst waiter ever.
Honestly,
my mom was a waitress the entire time I was growing up.
At TGA, we should just like do
We
this.
should have a
like,
pop-up. We should have a
pop-up.
pop-up.
Dan waits.
We're gonna get sued because I'm gonna break glasses over everyone's head accidentally.
It's not even seeing you be clumsy and drop shit. I just want to see you get to the kitchen and see like the sweat on your face of just being like so.
Anxiety's gonna spike so bad.
I
Yeah.
would be so fucking bad at that. Or a bartender, like on a busy bar. Like, I could make
no
things.
way.
That's the thing. I could actually make the drinks, but it's the
You'd take
remembering things
forever
and like, oh my
and-
god, there's all these people need something. Oh my god, it's
Yeah,
can't
you
hear
You could
anyone.
do like a tapper sitch where you like slide the glass down the bar to someone.
I've done that WarioWare mini game.
Okay.
It's the same.
Yeah, then I can
Do you
I can time
think
that.
that you would succeed if you didn't have to at a bar as a bartender, if you did not have to see the people who were ordering? So if someone else was taking the orders and you were behind maybe a second bar where there was nobody in front of you,
I think that would help
and
him,
you
yeah.
just needed to make the drinks and put the drinks out and then someone else did that for you.
I could do one at a time. The pressure aspect of like, oh, there's a bunch of people waiting.
That would also get
that
me.
would kill me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Listen, that's why
the
we don't
worst.
work in. That's why we don't work in the service industry, Dan.
Like,
Not
yeah,
for
when I've got friends coming over and I want to make like a round of cocktails for everyone, I just make sure it's like, okay, everyone be here at like 7:30, and then at like 7:10, I'm like, okay, I got everything laid out here. I got all the time in the world, gonna make all these, and then when people show up, I just hand it to them. You know?
You're a good mise en place type of guy.
Yes.
So wait, so you take people's drink orders before they get to your house?
No, I have like an idea of a cocktail I want to make. Like when I had a bunch of people over for MacGruber night, I made the celery-based cocktail, and so I just text everyone like, hey, if you don't want one, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to
That's
make one
nice
for
of
you.
you.
And then it's like, oh, okay, I'll make 8 MacGruber cocktails.
That's nice of you.
We're gonna go to Nikki's house and I'm gonna hijack Nikki's kitchen.
And I'm hanging out with his grandma.
Yeah.
Their grandma. Sorry.
No,
I can't. I would love to.
absolutely.
I would love to see you sweat waiting. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
It would be
brings me
bad.
joy. This brings me joy in a way that I can't really.
No way.
I would leave whatever building we're in within 8 minutes of that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that's bringing me entertainment.
Deep joy. Yeah, what does that say about you?
I know. I'm a fucking demon. What can I say? Like. Whew. All right. Let's all. You
Can
know
we
what?
get surgery, please?
Hmm.
Can we do surgery?
Hi, this is Nathan from Tumwater, Washington. Do you have any good surgery stories? Or when you got surgery?
Well,
That's
What?
You want the balls? You want the sinuses? Or do you want the tongue bubble?
what about when Nikki almost died?
It's just so funny that like, hey, what's a good surgery story? Probably one that you wake up from is a good surgery story.
Amen.
You know?
When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I was adamant in the car on the way home that I was going to stream that evening. And my partner at the time was like, no, you're not. And I started crying in the car because I didn't understand why she wouldn't let me stream. And I have video of this. I'm like, please, all I want to do, because I was playing Pokemon Diamond at the time, and I was like, we got to get Clemmy back. And she was like, no, you're not streaming. And I'm like, please, all I want is to stream. That's my best surgery story.
You've probably all heard the one about me getting LASIK and then my mom drugging me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
Just
been
want to
there,
make
bud.
sure. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Thanks for checking, Dan. Thank you.
Yep. Had to check. Drugged macaroni and cheese.
Yummy.
How many times did that happen?
She was a waitress.
There's no yeah, surgery. It's in your blood, man. I don't get it.
My mom was a waitress. My dad worked at a grocery store. I don't know shit about groceries, and I'd be the worst waiter ever.
I just need to
But
see
you
this.
love,
you love food.
supermarket sweep.
I
Yeah.
do. That's,
Go figure.
Yeah, that's the Reichert blood.
Go figure. Folks, what a show. What a cast. What a crew. 707 exit flu is our telephone voicemail number. Leave us something for next week. We'll have a brand new show for you. Thank you so very much, Nikki Grayson.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Dan Reichert, I guess it's always fun with you here. Thank you.
Of course.
Jan Ochoa.
Honk, honk.
Honkity honk. Thank you to all the chats. Thank you to all the callers. We'll be back with a brand new show next week. Until then, take care of yourself and watch Telemarketers. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thursday.